Hi, the history of global terrorism is a history of human pain and the fight against evil.
Killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi once called himself the ruler of an Islamic empire.
Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian military commander, assassinated in a US drone strike on Friday.
At the start of this journey, I decided to create a short video series. There are 4 episodes called Americans Hunt for the Devils. In the series, you'll learn how the United States tracked down and eliminated some of the world's most dangerous terrorists. You'll hear the most informal names for Osama bin Laden, who we'll be talking about today, to other leaders of major terrorist organizations. I really appreciate a like and a subscription to the channel. Let's go started. But the end of 2001, the world suddenly felt much smaller. Satellites, maps, newsrooms, everything narrowed down to a single name. The mountains of Afghanistan, on a foggy geopolitical backwater, became the center of global attention. There was nothing majestic about that landscape, just rock, then cold air, and endless place to hide. But then bin Laden was no longer just a man. He had become a symbol, and symbols rarely die quickly. Osama bin Laden was born into a wealthy Saudi family closely tied to the kingdom's construction elite. His radicalization wasn't driven by poverty or social exclusion. He was educated, well connected, and socially secure. The turning point came during the Soviet-Afghan War. Then he joined foreign mujahideen fighters, Islamist radicals who rejected secular authority and were indirectly supported by the United States and its allies. It was there that the idea of global jihad took shape, not as local resistance, but as a transnationality mission to build a unified caliphate. For bin Laden, religions became a tool of political mobilization and personal power. He co-founded and financed al-Qaeda, turning skirted militant chaos into an ideological infinite network. Under his leadership of financial backing comes the 1998 bombings of US embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, the 2000 attacks on the US scholar, and the ultimate the 9/11 attacks in 2001. These attacks didn't just kill thousands, they reshaped the global security order. Bin Laden's strategy was deliberate to drag the United States into long asymmetric wars. His violence was calculated, not impulsive. For nearly a decade, rumors of his death surfaced again and again. Illnesses, airstrikes, betrayal from vision. Some claimed he had long been dead, conventionality justifying an endless war. Others portrayed him as untouchable. Media speculation blurred facts and fueled myths. The reality was far less dramatic.
The declassification process began in 2012. And by 2017, the declassified files were massive. At one point, I came to realize this is where I was going to find al-Qaeda's internal communications. And these were about 97,000 files. I was fortunate that I was able to have the support of 2 research assistants who were native Arabic speakers like me.
He was becoming increasingly isolated, dependent, and constrained. By the end, his life looked more like hiding than command. The breakthrough came from a courier, an anonymous figure who remained unknown even in intelligence circles for years. US against tracked human connections, not electronic signal. Bin Laden's avoidance of digital communication protected him, but it also forced him to rely on people. Following to Courier led to Abbottabad, The compound stood out: high walls, no phone lines, burned trash. Ordinary details, but decisive ones. That operation took place on May 2, 2011. It was a nighttime ground raid, not an airstrike. The goal was identification, not destruction. Bin Laden was shot inside the compound. His identity was confirmed through DNA analysis and visual evidence. The mission lasted less than an hour. There was no live broadcast. Precision mattered more than spectacle. Bin Laden's death marked the symbolic and al-Qaeda's dominance. The network survived but fractured, losing coherence and authority. For the unit state, it was a political and psychological victory, not a strategic consolation. Terrorism didn't despair, it adapted. The underlying causes remained.
Good evening. Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children.
Post-2003 Iraq was a country without gravity. Institutions collapsed, authority dissolved, and the violence filled the void. Zarqawi did not create the chaos, he weaponized it. His name quickly became synonymous with spectacle brutality. Born in Jordan, Zarqawi emerged from criminal environments and prison radicalization. Unlike early jihadist elites, his extremism was visceral rather than theoretical. He arrived in Afghanistan late and never belonged to al-Qaeda's inner circle. The US invasion of Iraq provided opportunity. His ideology crystallized amid war, not before it.
تقدم شيخ معها من المكان. ايش تقدم معها؟ اي تقدم معها شيخ. يعني مشي ورمي باذن الله. وين ليش يا اخي؟
والله لتهزمن أمريكا في العراق بسلاحها بعون الله تعالى. الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
Zarqawi ignited Iraq's sectarian war. He deliberately attacked Shiite civilians and holy cities, calculating retaliation. Beheading, mass executions, and indiscriminate bombings became tools of escalations. His aim was not victory but polarization, to eliminate any space for compromise. This logic would later define ISIS. Media narratives often framed him as uncontrollable or irrational. Reports of tension with al-Qaeda leadership circulate widely. This conflict excited but cooperation persists. The myth of madness obscure-tinted. Zarqawi's violence was systematic and strategic. Intelligence relied on local informants, surveillance, and intercepted communications. Zarqawi moved frequently but insisted on personal oversight. The need for control created vulnerability. In 2006, actionable intelligence pinpointed his location near Bakuba. Trust not technology betrayed him. In June 2006, a US airstrike hit the house where Zarqawi was staying. He survived the initial blast but died shortly after. There was no public display, no spectacle. His death was operational, no symbolic. Violence in Iraq continued. Zarqawi's methods survived him. His organization eventually becoming ISIS. He did not build permanence. He established precedent. Thanks for watching part 1. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in part 2. See you, goodbye.